Hi, Mark Veruna with PrintingNews.com, and we're here at GRAPH EXPO Day 1 of 2015. And we're here with Jason Dyes. Jason is the president of the Messaging Technologies unit of Pitney Bowes, so welcome.
Thank you very much, good to be here.
So Jason, tell us a little bit about the transactional printing market and how Pitney Bowes sees it and views it, and just give us kind of an overview.
Yeah, sure. The transactional printing business is really changing. It's moving, first off, from a business that was growing to obviously one that is shrinking a little bit. But more important than that is actually the change from monochrome technology to color. So what we've really focused on here with our AcceleJet product, which we just announced at GRAPH EXPO here this week, is really a simple and cost-effective way to help clients transition from that monochrome environment to a color environment. We think that's very important, and it's going to be relevant to our clients as we go forward.
And when you say that the transaction market is shrinking a bit, I'm making some assumptions, so tell me if I'm correct.
Okay.
But is that primarily due to e-presentment and the fact that a lot of the print side of the transaction business is going electronic or has gone electronic, or is there more to it than that?
No, I think that's a part of it. I mean, I think fundamentally what you're seeing is another change in the market that is really an evolving customer preference. And so clients are really now figuring out how they want to be communicated with. And so part of the challenge that our clients face on a daily basis is really figuring out how do you marry that physical environment, that physical mail piece, with a digital engagement to create a more consistent and more engaging set of interactions overall. And so I think at Pitney Bowes, one of the things we're very focused on is how do we bridge that intersection of the physical and digital to help our clients present a more compelling and more impactful communication overall.
And are you seeing more in the past, print-centric clients and prospects that are, starting to add services, non-print or electronic, maybe other services that are not necessarily tied to print as a supplement to what they're doing?
Yeah, again, I think that's part of the same trend, right? It's how do you create that consistent client message. I think the point that everyone is on is really bridging that gap between the physical and digital and making sure that as you react to your clients, you're focused on the right messaging for your clients as you go forward, however they want to interact with you.
You mentioned AcceleJet earlier, so there's a finishing component to that device as well, right?
Sure.
So talk to our audience a little bit about how that machine can help transaction printers maybe supplement and complement some of the things that they're doing already.
Yeah, I think when you talk about the printing technology in that space, and we really see it as an underserved part of the printing market, right? Which is really why we focused on AcceleJet for that space. One of the things we realized is not only did you have to move from a monochrome format to a color format, but you really had to take advantage of a bunch of other capabilities that are out there, and the finishing is a big component of that. So we leveraged our high-end printing capability and know-how in our inkjet space for our more enterprise customers, and really focused on bringing that level of capability and that level of functionality down to a new part of the market.
Okay, and then what is the finishing component? I mean, is it strictly a kind of a cut and trim aspect, or is there more to it?
Yeah, so this is a cut sheet product for us that really allows us to have an end-to-end solution component, right? So one of our strengths in the transaction mail business is not just the printing piece, but our experience in the inserting space as well. So making sure that the AcceleJet played as one part of the overall white paper factory was critical to us as we go on forward, and having different finishing components that fed right into that inserting space was critical for us.
Okay. Well, thanks for taking the time to say hello.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you over the booth.
I appreciate it.
All right, Jason.
Thanks very much. Take care.